Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I'll be taking you through set questions, solving set questions. And then please, if you have not watched the video on set, I would advise you to watch those videos, and I'll put a link to them on the description so you get access to this video. So with that being said, let's start with the first question. This question is really simple. We have to solve this expression or to solve this. This is basically like rationalization, so we need to just rationalize the numerator, and then to rationalize the numerator we need to to rationalize everything, we need to find the conjugate of the numerator. We need to find the conjugate of square root of 3 plus square root of 2, and that should give you the conjugate of that will give you square root of 3 minus square root of 2. So we'll multiply the top and multiply and divide by the conjugate. So square root of 3 square root of 2 all over square root of 3 plus square root of 2 times square root of this square root of that all over square root of 3 minus square root of 2. So this will now give us what? So you see that the two, this one that are multiplying, they are like they are the same, so we can write it as square root of 3 minus square root of 2 all squared all over. This one is just difference of 2 squared, so we have square root of 3 plus square root of 2 multiplying square root of 3 minus square root of 2, and then this should give you 3 plus 2 minus 2 square root of 6 all over 3 minus 2, and then this should give you 5. This is supposed to be minus, so 5 minus 2 square root of 6. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to get. 5 minus, let me just cancel this. 5 minus 2 square root of 6 is over 1, but you don't need to write that one. So this is what you get for this. Now let's move to the next question. So we have to solve this equation. So we have square root of x minus 3 all cubed minus 64 is equal to 0. So the first thing that you need to do is to send the negative 64 to the other side. So that will give you square root of x minus 3 all cubed to be equal to 64. Then after that, we take a square of both sides, square of both sides. That will give us square this all squared to be equal to 64 squared. Then this square will now take care of the square root. Then you have x minus 3 all squared to be equal to 64 squared is 4096. Yeah. Then after getting this, we need to take the cubic root of cubic root of both sides, and then that should give us x minus 3 to be equal to 4096 cubic root. So x minus 3 will be equal to, when you put this into the calculator, you get 16. So x will be equal to 16 plus 3, which is equal to 19. So this is what you get when you solve this equation. So you get x equal to 19. Now the next one, they say she will simplify this expression. So we have square root of 8 plus 5 square root of 32 minus 4 square root of 50 all over 1 plus square root of 18. So one thing you can see is that you can see a factor of 2. So 2 here is 2 multiplied by what? A perfect square, which is 4. Here is 2 multiplied by a perfect square, which is what? 16. 2 multiplied by 25, which is a perfect square. Here is also 2 multiplied. So we express everything in terms of 2. So this will give us what? Square root of 4 times 2 plus 3 cubic square root of what? 16 times 2 minus 4 square root of 25 times 2. So if they want to trick you, they will usually multiply a perfect square with what? A prime number. So you need to remove the prime number and then you get your perfect square. Okay. Then this will give us what? So this will now be square root of 4 times square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 16 times square root of 2 minus 4 square root of 25 times square root of 2 all over 1 plus square root of 9 times square root of 2. And this should give you what? 2 square root of 2 plus 3 times 4 square root of 2 minus 4 times 5. Okay, so this place is actually 5. Here is 5. It is 5 here. It is 5 here. So here should also be 5. Okay. 5 times 4 square root of 2 all over 1 plus 3 square root of 2. So if you do that calculation, you see that here you get 20 root 2. You also get negative 20 root 2. So they'll cancel out and you get what? 2 square root of 2 all over 1 plus 3 square root of 2. So this is what you get. So after getting this, let me continue here. After getting that 2 square root of 2 all over 1 plus 3 square root of 2, you need to what? Rationalize the numerator. So you multiply both sides, the top and the numerator and the denominator, by the conjugate of the denominator. So that will be 2 square root of 2 times 1 minus 3 square root of 2 all over 1 plus 3 square root of 2 multiplied by 1 minus 3 square root of 2. And then this should give us 2 square root of 2 minus 2 times minus 6 times 2 all over 1 minus what? 18. And this will give us what? 12 over 17 minus 2 square root of 2 all over 17. So this will be your final answer. That's the simplified expression. But then since they said simplified form, I think the answer should be one like a single fraction, which is 12 minus 2 square root of 2 all over 17. This is more simplified compared to this part. So you should leave, if this is simplified, leave your answer if possible in terms of only one term. Yeah. So this is our next question. They say you should express that in the form p plus q square root of 5. So we have 4 plus this 3 minus 2 square root of 5. Now to do this, we need to rationalize. So we multiply the denominator, the numerator by the conjugate of the denominator. So we have times 3 plus 2 square root of 5 all over 3 plus 2 square root of 5. Then this should give you 4 plus square root of 5 multiplying 3 plus 2 square root of 5 all over 3 minus 2 square root of 5, 3 plus 2 square root of 5. This should give us, so I'm going to do that multiplication, 12. This will multiply this and multiply that. So we have 12, and then the next one is plus 8 square root of 5. Then we have plus 3 square root of 5. Then the next one is plus 2 times, then 5, that will give you 10. Okay, then all over, then you have 3 squared, which is 9, minus 2 times 2, 4, times that one, that will give us what? 20. Yep, I'm sure. Then when you simplify the top, you are going to get 22. When you simplify that one, plus 11 square root of 5 all over the bottom, you have negative 11. Then this, if you simplify, you get negative 2 minus square root of 5. So now that I say you should simplify it in the form of this, in this form, so your p will now be equal to negative 2 and your q will be equal to what? Negative 1. So that will be your final answer. Let's move to the next question. This is kind of blur, but we are asking us to solve this. So we have to solve this square root minus, so let me write square root 3x plus 4 minus square root of x minus 3 to be equal to 3. So the first thing you want to do is to send a negative square root to the other side. So you have square root of 3x plus 4 to be equal to 3 plus square root of x minus 3. Then after that, we'll square both sides. So we'll squaring both sides. So square this one and square this one. Then that will give us what? 3x plus 4 to be equal to what? If you square this, you get 3 squared, which is 9. Then plus 6 square root of x minus 3. Then plus x minus this. Then you need to simplify and send everything to the other side. So if you send this, you get 2x. Okay, let me just write down. So minus x for this plus 4, 9 plus 9 minus this will give you 6. So you have minus 6, and this should be equal to 6 square root of x minus 3. Okay, then this should give us 2x minus what? 2 to be equal to 6 square root of x minus 3. When you simplify further, you should get x minus 1 to be equal to 3 square root of x minus 3. So at this side, I'm dividing through by what? 2. So that's why I had x minus 1. Then after getting this, we will square what? Both sides again to get rid of what? The square root. So then you have x minus 1 all squared to be equal to 9 into bracket x minus 3. So this will give us x squared minus 2x plus 1 to be equal to 9x minus what? 27. So we have x squared minus what? I think that will give us 11x, then plus 28 to be equal to what? 0. Then you can solve this using the calculator, or you can just use your my calculator is for me. Yeah, so you get x to be equal to 7, or x is equal to what? 4. Then after getting x is equal to this, x equal to that, that's not the final part. You need to substitute these x values inside the equation to see which one actually satisfied. when we substitute 7 inside, we'll get here, we'll get 21. Here will be positive, then here also be positive, right? So let me do that myself. So 21 plus 4, that's 25. 25. So that will give us 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. So 7 satisfied. If you substitute 4 inside, we'll get 12 plus this 16. That's 4 minus 1. Yeah. So they both satisfy. So x is equal to 7 or x is equal to 4. They both satisfy. So they are correct. You can use them. Now let's move to the next question. So this question is also similar to the question we just solved. So I'll just solve that. You can also pause this video and try it yourself to see what you can get, and then yeah, you can join me after you are done with that one. So the same, we'll send the negative 1 to the other side. Then you square both sides, so we get x plus 7 to be equal to 1 plus 2 square root of 3x minus 2 plus 3x minus 2. That will give us negative 2x plus 8 should be equal to 2 square root of 3x minus 2. Then if you divide through by 2, you get this to be equal to 3x minus 2. Then from here, square both sides, you get 16 plus, no, this is supposed to be minus 8x, then plus what? X squared. And then this will be equal to 3x minus 2. After that, you get x squared. Then we send what? Which one are we sending to go? X squared minus 11x plus 18 is equal to 0. And when you solve that, you're going to get x is equal to what? 9 or 2. So you substitute like we did, you substitute them. So if you have 2 here, you get 9, which will give you 3. If you substitute 2 here, you get 6, 4, which will also give you 2, which will give you 1. And then when you substitute 9 inside, 9 plus, you get 16, which will give you 4. Minus here, you get what? 927 minus this will give you 5. So wait, 3 times 927 minus 2, 5. So this will give you 5, which is negative 1. So it then shows that what 9 does not satisfy, only 2 satisfy. So therefore x is equal to what? 2. Let's move to the next question. So this question is also similar to the questions that we have just solved. So I think you should try this one and then give your answer in the comment section.